evening, everyone. Welcome to the Board of Supervisors meeting. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No one signed up for public comment. Just as a point of note, the Board of Supervisors met in executive session on March 4th at 5:30 p.m. to discuss legal matters through mediation. We'll start with liaison reports, solicitor report. Anything?
Nothing that's not addressed elsewhere in the agenda.
Emergency management coordinator. Dawn, is it a fire company meeting? Fire company?
The only thing I have to offer is on the 15th would be bingo again.
Old Gregg School Advisory Board report.
I don't have a whole lot. We would like the supervisors, and I think, Doug, you're going to go into more detail on the Susquehanna fire equipment.
Yeah.
From Lewistown, the suppression system.
Yeah.
And the fire extinguishers, that their prices were better for the fire extinguishers, but then the fire suppression system is $26.30. But that is that installed, I believe.
Yes.
And that is minus one valve that will be needed.
Well,
to
the
connect
valve was
them.
included, but the installation for the valve was extra, and
Extra.
the Susquehanna will not install the valve. We have to hire somebody to install the
Because of
valve.
the
Because
the
Susquehanna is
gas.
concerned about liability. Yeah. Shut-off valve.
And then the only other thing we have, we're going to be meeting again with the YMCA, hopefully to be able to work with them. They're having a community fest on June 15th, and the advisory board is hoping that we can go along with that. And then I think, Pam, the only other thing was concerning envelopes out front, but I believe you have that all taken care of.
Yes, I'll be printing new ones with that on the envelope, so they know where to put them.
Yeah, incidentally, Carol, I see the YMCA already has a flyer out with, they're going to cooperate with us this summer and so on. So
So
that,
I guess-
it didn't take long to get that.
I guess they knew we were going to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's all we have.
I believe you also wanted a motion.
Yeah, you wanted a motion about the Sunday night closing
Oh,
at 8 p.m.
yes,
Yeah, so,
trial.
I'll entertain a motion for the gym to be, well, it's really the building, right? The building to be closed at 8 o'clock on Sundays on a trial basis.
yeah, I'll second that motion.
No, I didn't make it.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, any further discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you going to do on the suppression system?
Well, yeah. Do you have the price there for the other one? It was 31 something?
I do. I remember. That one? And then,
Yeah, 31, 31.
and then here,
I have the other one, 2630, yeah.
yeah.
I've got, okay, I'm okay. Hang on.
And this is for the fire
Susquehanna
extinguishers.
fire,
The fire extinguishers
yeah,
versus Schwartz.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I contacted Schwartz Fire Safety Equipment Company about putting a fire suppression system in the range hood in the kitchen. We bought a gas range, and now because of that, we need to put a fire suppression system in the wood. So I got two quotes. Got one from Schwartz, which was $31.39, and I got a quote from the Susquehanna Fire and Safety Equipment Company out of Lewistown. It was $26.30. So, Carol, we're thinking you want a motion for us to go ahead and
So we
order
can
that
get this
system.
all taken care of so they can really use
Okay.
Do you need the extra part regardless of which company you go with and the extra labor? Or
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
We're only gonna do
Yeah.
either one of them. The emergency gas shut-off comes with the suppression system, but neither one of the companies will install it. So we're gonna have to try yearly install it. All you have to do is have to find and install it.
I will make that motion to go ahead with that one.
To go
Can
with
you say which one?
The cheaper one of the two?
Susquehanna.
Susquehanna. I'll second the motion to go with Susquehanna for a fire suppression system.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Anything else?
Well, for the physical plan, I just want to mention, we purchased a new pot sink faucet, and Jim Smith installed that. Seems to be working good. Refrigerator in the pantry had started to leak water, and I later found there was a breaker shut off. Also bought a new thermostat for the refrigerator in the pantry because Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture requires me to do that. I put a sign up in the lobby with phone numbers on it, contact numbers, because somebody came in here, I think it was last week, and wanted to use the kitchen, but whoever opened the building forgot to open the kitchen. So I put contact numbers on there, and I have my name, and Carrie's name, Charles' name, Jim Smith's name, Carol Kingler's name, and Pam's name. So there are phone numbers. People can look up there and call if they have an issue. The room isn't open or something like that. That's all I have.
Oh, what about, we want to get another set of spigots?
Another one, yeah.
That have to be brought up here?
I don't think $143 to buy another faucet for the pot sink. I don't know if you need a motion for that.
It's a repair, correct?
What?
It's going to be a repair, correct?
Well, we want to put, I told him about buying another set, but they're old. We replaced the one set that was leaking and I had problems. I put new pieces in it, it wouldn't fit, it wouldn't fix it.
Yeah.
So I put a whole new spigot in.
Yeah.
And the other one's just as old.
Yeah.
We want to replace. So
Yeah.
I'd like to get another one to have on hand. If that-
So you're saying you want to buy two more?
No, I want to buy one more.
Okay,
If we
okay.
get one more, that'll replace,
Yeah,
and that should last another 20 or 30 years.
yeah, right, right.
Just to make it simple, I'll make the motion to go ahead and purchase that, Jim.
Another faucet,
Yes.
yes, pot sink for $143.
Motion.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Anything you want to add on the old Gregg school site?
No.
Penns Valley Code Enforcement Agency, not here. He sent out his report, nothing really new on there. Penns Valley Regional Planning Commission hasn't met since the last meeting. Their next meeting is
March 18th.
March 18th.
Yeah. And we're working on updating the comprehensive plan.
Planning Commission,
Planning Commission met on this past Monday, March 4th. We had a conditional use request brought before us, determined that we really didn't have enough information to make any decisions regarding that, so it was tabled, awaiting further information from the person requesting that. And other than that, I guess that's all we got.
Did you discuss the check?
yeah.
Okay.
Tri-Municipal Park, Joel is not here. I don't believe there's any real update on anything there either.
I actually have.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were there.
I actually have an update on that. Last meeting was March 19th, next meeting is February 19th. At that meeting on February 19th, we identified potential donors and also tried to match them with Tri-Municipal Park board members who may make a preliminary contact with the donors in advance of our fundraiser, Paul Olivet, contacting potential donors. So that's all I have on that.
Water and Sewer Authority, nobody's here for that either. I don't believe they have anything going on. Secretary Secretary Treasurer's report, I'll entertain a motion to approve the February 14th Board of Supervisors minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I will second them.
Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to accept and approve the all funds financial report.
Make the motion to accept
Go ahead.
all funds financial report.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have a dormant account, which is the savings account that we have for the,
The fundraiser.
for the fundraiser.
Yeah.
So we need to make a motion to transfer $1 from the OGS checking account to the savings account to keep it from being dormant.
Okay, I'll make that motion. We transfer $1 from the OGS checking to the OGS savings.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimous. No report is on the back of the agenda, just one note. The very last one says March 4th, 2018. It's actually March 4th, 2019. Any questions on the right to know report? Roadmaster's report. We need a motion to advertise the 2018 dirt and gravel road grant material bid.
I will make that motion to advertise for the material bid.
I will second the motion.
Any further discussion?
Not here.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimous. On that, we do need to have a special meeting to open that bid so that we can keep that project moving. So I'd like to do it on April 1st at noon. It's a Monday. So the bids will be due by 10 o'clock, and we'll do the bid opening and awarding at noon.
Okay. I'll look at it.
Charles? All right.
Not really, but I'll make it suit.
We need to make a motion to advertise for the 2019 road material bid. That's
Okay.
That's the one with all of the road materials that we,
Yeah, I'll make the motion we advertise for road materials.
I'll second that motion.
any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimous. Do you want to talk about the 2019 dirt and gravel road application? What you want to do with that?
Well, we just got that recently, and this year, hopefully, if the weather's better than last year, we can finish what we were supposed to do and fill in a portion of Benetta Gap to try and get the water off the side of the roads a little bit better than what it is. And then we were going to apply for the grant this year, but do the project next year after the fill settles and just cap the last portion with the So that was something that was fairly simple, and we'd still be trying to get a little bit of help from somebody else. See, as how last year was a little bit crappy, and we got a lot of catch-up work to do, so. Pretty much good about that.
We'll entertain a motion to approve the 2019 dirt and gravel road application for DSA on the portion of the Benetta Gap Road.
I will make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimous. Anything else you want to report?
Not really, all we did since last month was plow snow and try and keep the trucks moving.
What's your count up to?
I was like 48 or 49 times we've been out this year. I think last year we were out like 39 or 40 times, so it's been a little bit worse, but it is what it is.
Anything else for the roadmaster?
I have nothing.
Not here.
Unfinished business, the township map is done. They're in the office, they'll be mailed out hopefully next week. You can look at this one if you want to, but nice and shiny.
We did actually, one more thing, we did finish cutting the trees down on Lower Georgia Valley around the bridge there, so we did our part to try and keep that project moving as best we can. So.
Lee from PennDOT was in today, he said everything is still moving as scheduled. So I think we have a pre-construction meeting sometime, it's not scheduled yet, but township map will be completed as soon as that's mailed out. The telecommunications facility ordinance has been recommended for us to move forward with. So we need a motion to move forward with that ordinance, advertising that ordinance for public inspection and having a hearing on it at our next meeting.
I will make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No,
Not here.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimous. The writ of mandamus case, we had court on the 20th. We are still waiting to hear the results of that. Office computer issue, I have been in touch with Dan, the guy we talked about going with. He was supposed to get back to me last night about the computer stuff, but he didn't call, so we're still working on that. But hopefully by the next meeting, that'll all be resolved.
Do you want to have a conditional authorization, so?
We already did it the last
No, we did it the last time, okay.
Mediation, I'll read our statement regarding mediation with Casey and Michelle Grove. On March 4th, Gregg Township Supervisors and Casey and Michelle Grove engaged in a mediation to address and hopefully resolve the Grove's right-to-know requests and related concerns. This mediation is noted on the agenda as an executive session to discuss legal matters. The mediation was unsuccessful. As the discussion held at mediation are confidential, neither the Township nor its representatives will have any further comments on the process. The Township will nonetheless continue to explore solutions to these concerns. We thank the staff at the Center for Alternatives in Community Justice for their professional guidance through the mediation. Anything else on unfinished business? New business, the underground storage tanks for the fuel over at the shed failed inspection for a number of things at the end of last year. We finally got the proposal from the company to do the repair work, which has to be completed by April 15th. And their estimate is $7,900, with the potential of a reduction by, I think, $1,500 if it's a day less than what they're estimating it to be. So if you want to look over that, we need to approve this so they can get the work done by April 15th.
All we have there is gas and diesel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Just off-road?
Yeah. No, I'm not 100% sure on that one, to be honest with you. The problem is, the guy that inspected it told me that DEP pretty much has their thing picked out, what they're gonna nitpick on this time, and it's overfill prevention. And our cups where the people that deliver fuel hook up to, we're not okay for a pressurized delivery, but they're okay for a gravity delivery. So that's one thing to know. We gotta get that changed to be for both. And there needs to be an alarm on the building, like outside the back door mounted, in case of an overfill. So there's gonna have to be conduit run, wires run, an alarm put on there. The sad part is I don't really, you can't really say that this is going to be a one and done thing. It's just going to be, what are they going to pick on you about next time? And I don't know really what else to do.
I know it's an inconvenience, but what's the possibility of just completely eliminating it and going with, I know it's out of your way, but a place like Burkholder's or Center Hall?
I said something to that effect to the guy that inspected it, and he said that we'd have to dig up them tanks or fill them in to make sure that there wasn't, dig the dirt up around it, make sure there wasn't any fuel that leaked into that. He more or less said it'd be more of a pain in the butt than it would be worth it, but.
He couldn't give you any kind of number.
No, but that's what sucks, is he's the one that said that it was gonna be a couple $1,000, and I called Andy Swells at DMS whenever I saw the price on this the other day, and I was like, what's the deal? I know the guy that was there inspecting it, could just give a ballpark idea, but I figured it would be within $1,000 or so, and it wasn't. It was twice as much almost, so I was like, I'm not real happy about this, but he said, well, we did everything we could to make it lesser, but we just did this, the worst case scenario. So I don't know that much about it, so
Right.
Unfortunately, it's one of the things.
I think we ought to spend a little time to see if it's possible
Well, the work has to be completed for
by April
DEP by
15th.
April 15th.
I hate to spend that kind of money for something that's gonna be another addition later.
Well, you know, if you didn't have these tanks, and you decided to fill from sheets or work holders or something, wouldn't you have to have some storage, like a truck with a fairly large storage tank on it?
Yeah, for the middle of a snowstorm, I
Yeah,
suppose, right
I
up
mean,
there.
you,
I mean,
so you're running that back and forth for that. I don't know, I mean, it just seems to me, you come into the yard for stone, to fill up the stone, the pumps are right there, you can refuel. Somebody always has to be thinking about running down, keeping a full tank on the back of a truck or something. Can you put a big enough tank in the back of the truck to fill up 2 or 3 plow trucks?
we have a transfer tank on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
What's it, hold 50, 60 gallons or
just
something?
40 or 50.
Yeah. That would barely fill a truck the size of a Sterling or something, or the.
That's a 100-gallon tank,
Yeah,
Westerns are
yeah.
60, and
Yeah.
the 2 T-tags are 30 or something, 30, 40.
Well, just on the surface, I think that'd be more trouble than it's worth, but could use some more investigation, I guess.
I just don't know who really to talk to on that one.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
Well, it's somewhat urgent. I guess I would go ahead and make the motion that we spend the money and get the tanks fixed and do what we have to do.
I will second it at this point, but I still think we need to investigate it a little further, see if it's possible and practical. And it would be a little bit of a blister for you, but for that kind of money, and how much is it gonna be the next time?
Oh, it was something last time whenever Leonard went through it. That's what I said, it's not, I don't foresee that being the end of it, but what do you?
How often any inspections? Every 3 years? or
It's
more?
every couple. This is the first time I've dealt with it, so, I'm not exactly sure on that either. But, like I said, the inspector come right out and told me that this is what they're focused on this time. Next time it could be something completely different, so. Is it a permanent solution? Probably not. I don't know if there is one.
I second his motion.
Any further discussion?
None.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimous. Local Government Week is April 8th through the 12th. That is also the week of our next Board of Supervisors meeting. I would like to maybe do some things with the school, see if we can get some kids involved that week in some different things. But if there's anything you guys would like to do to be involved in promoting Local Government Week, just let me know. We do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Our emergency management coordinator, Don Grenable, submitted his resignation letter. I guess we can.
Yeah, I could read this.
So what happens is we need to nominate somebody to the, what's the name of it, Pam?
Okay. We need to, you guys need to nominate somebody for that position, and then what it would be is the Board of Supervisors nominates him, and then he gets actually put into that position by the governor. The townships nominate the emergency management coordinator for appointment by the governor.
Okay. Well,
I would like to table it for another month just to have people who are interested have conversations with us, see why they wouldn't do it. Qualifications for it. And then make our nomination in April.
That's fine.
all right.
I guess we should make a motion to accept resignation. Is that okay? So I need a motion to accept Grenable's resignation as emergency management department.
I will make the motion.
I will second it.
All those in favor?
Fine.
Aye. Motion carries unanimous. Any further discussion? Anything on the agenda? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second motion here.
All right, next meeting is April 11th at 6:30. Have a good night.